Oh yeah, okay, this is video number 70, but video number 32 of module 3, and in this one we're going to be using the Bollinger Bands, and this is a pretty simple, straightforward setup, hardly any thinking required. And what we need to basically do here is that we're looking for the areas in the market where the iMACD is actually crossed, alright, and we're also trying to find an area at what point it crossed on the Bollinger Band. Alright, so here we have, okay, we have to be a little bit forgiving there. You can say to yourself on this particular strategy, if after the first bar, so this is our starting point where it crosses over, and if you do get a situation where you don't see a candle breaking below the middle band, then you can wait one bar afterwards, and if it doesn't break within one bar, then don't take the trade. Alright, so here we can see that it's actually broken below the middle band, alright, which is fine. Okay, and then see what happens after that. You can see that the market's basically come down. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if this actually rings true all the time. Here is another crossover. Ooh, I have to zoom in to perfect that point right there. Oh, no, that's okay, that's fine. This is the kind of trades that you are looking for that doesn't require any forgiveness from one bar to the left or one bar after it's right. This one actually hits bang on center, and coincidentally it's also one of my power trades. Alright, but also as well, what's interesting is that this middle bar shows a green bar, and the next time it goes up, if you know the rules from the Bollinger Bands, like here's peak number 1, peak number 2, peak number 3, boom, and then eventually it comes back down. Alright, so you can use that, or you can use these other areas as well for your take profit levels, you know, or wherever you want to actually put them, based on previous highs or the Bollinger Bands previous highs or what have you. Or that is completely fine. But the main, but what I'm trying to show is that you can see that where this one is actually crossed and it's actually broke below the middle band, it came down. This actually broke above the middle band and went up. Alright, that's because that this area had actually crossed. You can see that this area right here actually crossed as well, but we're looking for the well, this is actually crossing right here, but this isn't going to be no good for you because you've got a lot of support there. Alright, so you won't take that trade on. Alright, let's move on just a little bit more and see if we can find some other areas as well. Okay, here's another perfect example. Alright, let's move that out of the way a little bit, and then to come out, when to go in onto this trade, there's actually there's actually 4 little bots of areas there, but eventually the market comes down. It's normally after the third kind of bulge above the top where the candles have penetrated above from, and it comes back down like you can see here, 1 2 3 down. Alright, so yeah, so there's our buy trade right there, and you can see that this bar penetrates the middle bar, so that's good. Let's take a look for a short trade. Is there any short trades? Here is a short trade. Here we can work out where we're gonna see where the bottom of the Bollinger Band is and target that area. Alright, that actually happens right on a just below a resistance point, so that would have been pretty good. And here is a buy trade opportunity here. However, this bar doesn't penetrate the top of the Bollinger Band, so I'd skip it. Here's like a power trade that comes up. It's a short trade there, right there. Again, it's broken below the middle Bollinger Band. It's not the same color candle. It would be nice if it was. But so there's an extra allowance in there you would have to put in your thought processing and try not let it become too emotional. Okay. Here is one here where we have to sort of kind of give or take because we can't get it bang center of the iMACD, so it falls on that one right there. It does close below and down it comes, and we're looking for 3 penetrations on the way out. So there's one there, and that's very close, but I would say 2 3, and then eventually the market goes back out again. Or you can target down here as a target point, as your take profit point. So that always works out well. And let's see if this one actually works out, give or take. Nope, that one actually falls. Oh, that one, yeah, it's a give or take position. So here is one there, but eventually it does go up and hits it. And there's 3 penetrations as well. There's like 1, 2, 3, and then the market drops. And times when we can get out on the trades. And what's this one? This one's okay as well. Alright, it actually breaks below and closes below the middle band, and we can take that out. And then 1, 2, 3. Well, there's a few more than 3 there, but there's 1 cluster, 2 cluster. That's a 3rd cluster, so that's good. And then the market bounces. Okay, this is fine. Use a couple more examples. Alright, this is for a sell trade, but it doesn't close below, so we don't do that one. This one is not a buy trade because we've already had bars too many far to its left already. They've gone past. We want it to be basically like the first bar. Alright, and of it, you know, for it to break out, you can see here like this was the first bar to break. Alright, where this one was like the 3rd bar or 4th bar to break. Alright, that's going to be no good. Here is a buy trade, but again it's 1, 2, 3 bars away, so you don't want that because, you know, plus it's on touching the top of the Bollinger Band already. Let's take a look at that one right here. Okay, well that's kind of a give or take one, so you'd need to sort of really say to yourself, would you take that one on or not? And here is another short signal. This one's kind of like one of those give or take ones because you can't get it bang perfect. So that one's a short trade. So just keep playing around with that. It's a pretty simple strategy. No emotional thoughts behind it really. Alright, so give that a try for like 2 or 3 days, see how you get on. Alright, I'll tell you what though, if you've been doing all of these and you're like making like at least like 20 pips within those 2 or 3 days, I'm pretty certain that you'll do extremely well if you kept on doing it that way, you know, doing like 20 pip trades every now and then. And once you get to the end of the course, it's a matter of basically deciding which strategy that you want to pursue all the time. Alright, because it's very hard, at least for me, to stick with one strategy. I like to find new ways of trading and what have you. That's just me. But anyways, give it a go, see how you get on. Alright, and we will see you very soon in the next video. Bye for now.